bá fẹ́ ralẹ̀ àbí o fẹ́ kọ́lé má dáwọ́ lù ọ̀rẹ́ mi pé Revolution Plus. If you want to buy land yo, don't look far away. Call us today for affordable housing. Jẹ̀tẹ̀ by jẹ̀tẹ̀, you go own your house. No more landlord wahala for you find. Beautiful estates yo, all over Naija. No dull yourself, oh yeah. Revolution,
We appreciate you for being a part of us in 2017, and we look forward to having you join us in the race of owning your dream home this year. With us at Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, we make housing affordable, and we are ready for you again this year. My name is Bamidele Onolaja, the MD CEO, Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited. I invite you to join us in providing a house, affordable housing for you.
We're glad to know that we still have you join us on Build and Foundation, your property program powered by Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, your #1 real estate company in Nigeria and all over the world. My name is Taye Akekpelu. What exactly do we have for you today? You will find out after this breather. Don't go nowhere.
Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, your #1 real estate company. Become your own landlord without losing your hard-earned money. Lekki Royal Garden, Ibeju Lekki, 6 million naira per plot. Lekki Rose Garden, Oshoroko, Ibeju Lekki, 5 million naira. Royal Heaven Garden, Akodo Ise, 850,000 naira. Flourish Royal Garden, Phase 2, Okunfolu, Ibeju Lekki, 2.5 million naira. Lekki Sunrise Garden, Lepia Town, Ibeju Lekki, 1.5 million naira. Also available, Royalty Garden Shimawa, 2.5 million naira. Royal Flourish Park, Eluju Town by Bogije, 5 million naira. Lekki Crystal Garden, Oshoroko, Ibeju Lekki, 5 million naira. Royal Heaven Garden, Agbowa Ikorodu, 900,000 naira. Royal Heaven Garden, Mowe of Fada, 800,000 naira. For more information, visit our Ikeja office. 1 Olufumilola Okikiolu Street off Toyin Street, Ikeja. Lekki office, Suite B23/24, Sheriff Mall opposite New Road by Chevron Roundabout, Igbo Efon, Lekki. Abuja office, Suite 6, Alta Mama Plaza, 2 Sakono Street opposite AP Plaza, Wuse 2, FCT, Abuja. Telephone 09086787238. 09086787259 and 08180092608. Email info@revolutionplusproperty.com. Website www.revolutionplusproperty.com.
We appreciate you for being a part of us in 2017, and we look forward to having you join us in the race of owning your dream home this year. With us at Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, we make housing affordable, and we are ready for you again this year. My name is Bamidele Onolaja, the MD CEO, Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited. I invite you to join us in providing a house, affordable housing for you.
Welcome back. It's still your property program, Build and Foundation. A certificate of occupancy is a document issued by state government in Nigeria to a land or property buyer as a proof of ownership. Our talking point today is land documentation, with our focus on certificates of occupancy known as C of O. A lot of questions is been raised. People talk about certificates of occupancy, C of O all the time. You want to acquire a land. They ask you, does it have C of O? What exactly is the importance of certificates of occupancy, C of O? To do justice to today's program is a professional. I call him my lecturer. Yes, you see him regularly on this program, and he comes on board to talk to us and to educate us on things we need to know before acquiring or investing in landed property. I have with me at the studio Mr. Bamidele Onolaja, the MD CEO of Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited. We're glad to have you join us, sir.
Thank you so very much, Ikins. Let me first of all say a very big welcome to all our viewers. Thank you so very much for joining us. You are, like she said, today's program is very important. You are going to be learning land documentation, which is very key to property. Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, MD. We also have at the studio the brand ambassador of Revolution Plus. You know him, Adekunle Gold. Hey, give it up for Adekunle Gold. Yes, they know you now. Give it up for Adekunle Gold.
Hey,
How are
Adekunle
you?
Gold.
Missing in action for a bit, yeah.
Where have you been? Where have you been hiding, Adekunle?
I've been also, trying to make more so I can buy.
Where you dey also dey
so
go?
I can buy more land.
You wan buy all the whole land within Nigeria?
So yeah, it feels good to be here again, and then this topic, I think I'm particular about this one because I've been confusing CFO and then deed of agreement.
Deed of assignment.
Assignment, yeah. So this will be a better platform to even learn. So teach us, master.
Oh yes, teachers master, land documentation, CFO. What do you have to say to all of this, sir?
Land documentation and CFO. Land documentation is like a subset. Is the umbrella. Why CFO is like a subset, Land documentation in Nigeria got formalized from the Land Use Act 1978. Prior to that time, there was no regulation as per land sales. That means it's been dominated by just indigenes, where your father says, okay, my land is from year to year, then you get people to buy, then you can sell that particular land to 20 people. So the government said, no, let's put a stop to it. I can remember vividly, that was the government of General Olusegun Obasanjo then, 1979. Formulated it is a decree, 1979 Land Use Act. So that document invested the whole land on the governor. That means the governor of a state is so powerful that he is the only one that signed the certificate of occupancy. The statutory of occupancy is two. There's statutory right of occupancy, there's customary right of occupancy. Let me explain the two. The statutory right of occupancy, like you said, is statutory standard. And those are the documents that the governor signed in urban areas. Why the customary right? The normal thing, the customary right is to be signed by the local government chairman, which is in rural areas, maybe for agriculture, for farming. But what we discover in a state as civilized as modern as Lagos, for instance, as an example, is that the governor signs all the documents, whereas the local government chairman have no power to sign such, even though it's been vested to sign such document. So the governor has the sole right to sign a signed document, certificate of occupancy, which is not the only legal title. Let me tell you, it's not the only legal title for any land. We have certificate of occupancy, we have gazette, which is very legal also. We have accession, which is very legal and good as a title. And we have deed of assignment with governor's consent, which is very legal as a title. But the one that is very popular that everybody keeps saying, hey, CFO, CFO.
Yes.
CFO is good, but don't forget, CFO is a lease document for 99 years. It's just for 99 years. After 99 years, the document reverts back to the government.
Okay. Now, hold on.
It reverts back to, okay.
I want you to hold on, sir. Adekunle, you said the other time that this is the particular topic you love to treat, you want to learn more from the MD. What is your own definition of CFO?
I mean, yeah, it's certificate of occupancy, actually, yeah, and then
Your own understanding.
every time I hear it, it feels like if you don't have a CFO, like they can take your land away from you.
Okay.
And I'm like, how is it so difficult to just, get one document? And they say it takes as long as 3 months and then or years to even get it. Okay. So I really want to know, like.
You really want to know.
Yeah.
Do you really want to know? You want to learn more on this program. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
We appreciate you for being a part of us in 2017, and we look forward to having you join us in the race of owning your dream home this year. With us at Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, we make housing affordable, and we are ready for you again this year. My name is Bamidele Onolaja, the MD CEO Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited. I invite you to join us in providing a house, affordable housing for you.
Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, your #1 real estate company. Become your own landlord without losing your hard-earned money. Lekki Royal Garden Ibeju Lekki 6 million naira per plot. Lekki Rose Garden Oshoroko Ibeju Lekki 5 million naira. Royal Heaven Garden Akodo Ise 850,000 naira. Flourish Royal Garden Phase 2 Okunfolu Ibeju Lekki 2.5 million naira. Lekki Sunrise Garden Lepia Town Ibeju Lekki 1.5 million naira. Also available Royalty Garden Shimawa 2.5 million naira. Royal Flourish Park Eluju Town by Bogije 5 million naira. Lekki Crystal Garden Oshoroko Ibeju Lekki 5 million naira. Royal Heaven Garden Agbowa Ikorodu 900,000 naira. Royal Heaven Garden Mowe of Fada 800,000 naira. For more information, visit our Ikeja office 1 Olufumilola Okikiolu Street off Toyin Street Ikeja. Lekki office Suite B23/24 Sheriff Mall opposite New Road by Chevron Roundabout Igbo Efon Lekki. Abuja office Suite 6 Outer Mama Plaza 2 Sakono Street opposite AP Plaza Wuse 2 FCT Abuja. Telephone 09086787238 09086787259 and 08180092608. Email info@revolutionplusproperty.com. Website www.revolutionplusproperty.com.
Welcome back. Before we went on a short break, we were talking about land documentation, but our major focus is on CFO, Certificate of Occupancy. And Adekunle said, I want to learn more. I also want to learn more. And the MD is here to educate us on what we should know, who is entitled to own a CFO. And why is CFO so compulsory? We'll find out more on this program. Welcome back, MD.
Thank you so very much.
We're talking about CFO.
I even want to ask.
Yes.
Usually, how long is it supposed to take to get your CFO? Yeah.
He mentioned 3 months or something.
No. 3 months, okay? No. Far more than that.
Thank God. Thank God you are here.
Why does this take so much time, and why is this so annoyingly expensive? Because I was hearing a friend say, he told me like recently that it took, he had to pay like.
It took him like forever.
Like 4 million naira
to get the sale.
Excuse me.
Exactly. Lower nile. That's the question.
I love that word. Question.
It is naturally CFO shouldn't take like more than 3 months. Naturally. But what we discover, not only CFO, even a simple governor's consent, that should be instant. Because for a governor to give a consent on a document, that means that document already have a CFO. So it's bureaucracy. Bureaucracy because no matter there are some fees you are supposed to pay. First of all, you do a survey on that land. You have to buy the land. For you to do a CFO is a process. You get all the documents that you use in buying the land, maybe the money receipts, everything from the people that sold the land to you. You take it to the land registry. They process it. There are some statutory fee. Then you fill a form called Form 1C. The people that bought the land, sold the land to you, will fill the form. The signature must be there. That's the form they use in processing the CFO. See everything. Then the government, after some time, the government now publish. The government published this so and so person has applied for a CFO in this particular area. Should we go ahead? So the government normally published, which so many people don't even read anyway. So it's bureaucracy because for us as developers, for me personally, it doesn't help my business. It doesn't help business. It's frustrating because a CFO, you can 3-4 years, you are still there. You have to go from one file. And you know the funniest thing, Tykins, you must follow up your file from one office to the other.
As you are following, is it an
you are
Simi syndrome?
Also.
Yes.
You are using Simi syndrome.
Simi syndrome is not normal.
Mr. Babili, also I want to know which one is so like you said, there's an estate here, and there's a general CFO.
There's
That's
a
a
global
global
CFO.
So
There's nothing like there's nothing that is being qualified like global CFO. There's nothing like that. A CFO is a CFO. But when it's more than is going into acres of land, maybe given to a company like Revolution Plus, we said a global CFO. But the government will not write global CFO. It's just a certificate, plain certificate of occupancy. So when it's more than a plot of land, or maybe let's say 5 acres or 10 acres, for instance, 10 acres is 60 plots, for instance. So you say it's a global CFO. But because from that 60 plots that the government give to me, I'm going to give you your own one plot. I'm going to do a deed of assignment from that my CFO to you. So that deed of assignment is what you will take to the governor to get what is called a governor's consent. Because, yes, my land, that
even
land.
with the global CFO.
With the global CFO, yes, with that CFO covers the whole land, but does not cover your own portion. It covers the whole land because your land is safe under that CFO, but several people will just buy it. We give them our deed of assignment because our own land already have a CFO. They don't bother with governor's consent. Because the land, the whole entire estate is already covered with the CFO. They say, what's the need? Because when you now want to process a consent, you now start with another journey. Consent that shouldn't take less than 2 months is taking you 2.5 years.
Now brings us to this question. Do you need to have a certificate of occupancy? Is it compulsory?
Well, compulsory, I think, yes, it is very important because it's a legal title. Okay. It is important you have a certificate of occupancy or a gazette or accession or governor's consent. If you are buying a property, it is important, it is good. But saying, is it compulsory? Is your choice. It's not compulsory, it's not a must, but because some people will just say, one of the reasons why CFO is so popular is with the financial institutions. That's like the only document they recommend for collateral. That's like the only document the banks always ask for. They always are, does it have a CFO? So they made the document so popular as if that's the only legal document in Nigeria. No, it's not the only legal.
Okay.
It's not the only legal title. We have some other legal title because the process of getting a CFO, if you want to get a CFO from the scratch, maybe you just bought a land from your friend behind your house and you want to process your CFO from the scratch, you can use 4 years processing the CFO.
You can use 4 years in processing a CFO. CFO is very important, like the MD have said. If it's not compulsory, like I've said too, that, well, to just get out of all this wahala, must I obtain a CFO? Of course, it's compulsory in case you want to use it in the nearest future. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back after this break.
We appreciate you for being a part of us in 2017 and we look forward to having you join us in the race of owning your dream home this year. With us at Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, we make housing affordable and we are ready for you again this year. My name is Bamidele Onolaja, the MD CEO Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited. I invite you to join us in providing the house, affordable housing for you.
Revolution Plus Property Development Company Limited, your #1 real estate company. Become your own landlord without losing your hard-earned money. Lekki Royal Garden, Ibeju Lekki, 6 million naira per plot. Lekki Rose Garden, Oshoroko, Ibeju Lekki, 5 million naira. Royal Heaven Garden, Akodo Ise, 850,000 naira. Flourish Royal Garden, Phase 2. Okunfolu Ibeju Lekki 2.5 million naira. Lekki Sunrise Garden Lepia Town Ibeju Lekki 1.5 million naira. Also available Royalty Garden Shimawa 2.5 million naira. Royal Flourish Park Eluju Town by Bogije 5 million naira. Lekki Crystal Garden Oshoroko Ibeju Lekki 5 million naira. Royal Heaven Garden Agbowa Ikorodu 900,000 naira. Royal Heaven Garden Mowe of Fada 800,000 naira. For more information, visit our Ikeja office 1 Olufumilola Okikiodu Street off Toyin Street Ikeja. Lekki office Suite B23/24 Sheriff Mall opposite New Road by Chevron Roundabout Igbo Efon, Lekki, Abuja office, Suite 6, Alta Mama Plaza, 2, Sakono Street, opposite AP Plaza, Wuse 2, FCT, Abuja. Telephone 090-867-87238, 090-867-87259, and 081-8009-2608. Email info@revolutionplusproperty.com. Website www.revolutionplusproperty.com.
Welcome back. It's still your property program. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed out a lot, you know. But don't worry, we will bring back this to you. Maybe we'll do a part 2 because our talking point today is so broad that the very few minutes we have won't be enough for us to expatiate more on this. Yes, we've been talking about land documentation with our major focus on global C of O. That's certificate of occupancy, C of O. Yes, and the MDE CEO is at the studio, who's been educating us on things we need to know. And of course, we have the brand ambassador, Dekule Gold. You know, we've been doing the chit-chat thing, and I'm sure every one of us have learned one or two things. Yes, MD, we mentioned global C of O. You said it covers acres of land. What exactly is the difference between a global C of O and a certificate of occupancy, the C of O?
Like I said earlier, it is a C of O. There's nothing global. When the government wants to give you a C of O, the document doesn't write global C of O. It is a certificate of occupancy. But because it's now going to, maybe for instance, they give you C of O for 10 acres. A 10 acre is 60 plots, for instance. So it's now global. Out of those 60 plots, I may want to sell 5. I may want to sell the whole 60. So people that are coming to buy one plot from me, I give them what is called a deed of assignment.
Oh, a deed of assignment.
From my C of O. Because the root title, that's what we call the root title in every document, in every land. The root title is the certificate of occupancy that is given to Revolution Plus. From that root title, I give the Adekunle Gold. He bought 5 plots. I say, Mr. Adekunle Gold, though, Adekunle Gold Soko, that's your own plot, is 5 plots. I gave him a deed of assignment. I gave BAM. In that deed of assignment, the title number, because every C of O have a number, the registry with the deed, in the land registry, everything is quoted. So it's there. I quote it, then I give him document. The document is what he now takes and to go and get a governor's consent.
I think what I get from this thing is that there's really nothing like the global C of O. Yeah, it's just whoever gives you the consent to go out on one land, we just see it as one land.
It's one land. A C of O is a C of O.
Because you are now splitting, the company is now splitting, everybody needs to take responsibility for their
consent.
Consent, which makes sense.
Once, like I said earlier, once the land has a C of O, some people don't even care about consent. Once it starts a global C of O or a C of O, they know, because the C of O already covers the entire land.
Okay.
If you don't get a consent, you are still covered because the C of O covers you. Okay. That means nothing. And also, don't forget, getting a C of O doesn't mean there's some document, there's some land and some houses that government revokes C of O. Yes, government can revoke a C of O.
Okay. It's so unfortunate that...
And now you know that they will not be asking, why should government revoke my C of O? They will tell you they want to use the space for road. Road expansion, amenities. So,
yes, road expansion, road amenities. The problem now is
for
you
the
have
public.
a C of O, there is development, your C of O is revoked. How do you
There's
go
compensation.
about it? There is compensation, which
From
means...
the government.
Yes, if it means if your property is carrying a
it
C
must
of O,
carry
an
a C of
authentic
O,
one.
authentic one,
Okay,
before
it
you have
must
been
be
compensated.
authentic.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is how far we can go on your property program today. I was so grateful that you're still there with us, and I believe we've learned so much on today's topic. Don't worry, we'll do a part 2 next week on the same platform. I remain yours sincerely, Taye Akipelu. See you next week. Same platform.
Oya now. Tó bá fẹ́ ralẹ̀ àbí o fẹ́ kọ́lé, má dáwọ́ lù ọ̀rẹ́ mi pé Revolution Plus. If you want to buy land, don't look far away. Call us today for affordable housing.